All right, hey everyone. So week number 10 overview video. This kind of the last. I don't know if I'll do one next week or not. Um, it's just so lovely outside. It is really, really, really nice outside. 70 degrees, sun. It's just beautiful here. So let's see. This week, I'm doing a lot of thinking about what we're gonna do third trimester, but second trimester, it's definitely gonna look like it's gonna be more like traditional test practice just based on the survey results. Basically, all of you said, yes, I still have some testing I have to do, and I feel a lot better about doing test prep, having spent 11 weeks seeing what math can be outside of test prep. I think a lot of you, I've really enjoyed watching you all expand your understanding of quantitative reasoning and application in the real world. Even when you don't feel like it is, it's still pretty remarkable what it can be. And I look forward to getting back in third trimester and helping you next trimester set up what those projects look like, because I want you doing something that is really beneficial for you and an industry or career that you want. We got to dabble in that right now, but there's a lot more out there, and I want to help you individually find what that might look like for you. So a lot of ideas for that. This last week, obviously it's election season, which I've actually really enjoyed. I actually really, really enjoy this like week or 2 week election thing. I don't know, it's less stress. Instead of having it all build up on one day and then just being a mess or elated the next day. I don't know. It's kind of nice spreading it out and getting to watch it as a journey. And so we got some time this week on like the electoral college and how it's a really, really interesting facet of our nation, for better or worse, and I'll let you decide if it's for better or worse. And then a couple more proofs. I hope you enjoyed last week's, because it's the same guy doing 2 more. And I just want you to understand, the reason I'm doing those things is because these are high-level mathematicians doing really cool, mind-bending proofs that don't require really any algebra, right? Like shifting the parentheses you write in a series. I don't think that's necessarily difficult or right that complicated. You watch it and he goes, oh, I'm gonna just move the parentheses here. Like, okay, cool. Or the concept of a series that you do something to infinity. That's a very cool quantitative reasoning idea, and I don't think it requires algebra, right? We can talk all day like what it means to do something to infinity that's completely theoretical, right? I think those are really, really great proofs. I think they're well, excuse me, I think that they're well done, and they're just really interesting and cool. And, to say that you add up all of the natural numbers to infinity and get -1/12, that's really weird, right? That's just a cool thing. And understanding the why behind that. And then saying maybe you don't agree. Yes, you need to agree with the experts in a field. However, there's 1 or 2 steps that they make that I think there's some room for argument. So it's more about debate, right? It's more about, do you want to debate it? And then finally, the other big thing is data visualization project. Some of you either haven't finished or it just needs to be improved. Or I just need to sit down and talk with you about what we need to do to improve it before demo week. Okay. So I definitely need to be checking each of you this week, or vice versa. Check in with me if you're unsure. So in other words, unless I tell you, good, it's done, assume it isn't quite done yet. And I'll check in with each of you and say, hey, make these changes for the final week, and then we'll publish those so everyone can see them. And sometimes it might be, for some of you, I think it's just like, hey, show me the numbers you used so I can kind of just double check and make sure that your calculations are correct and that your ratios are correct. And then others of you, it's a little more like, hey, actually make a data visualization here. I've really, really enjoyed the data visualization from the election week here, this process. New York Times especially, as always, phenomenal informatics. They are just far and away the best at showing numbers and numbers alive, right? How quantities are, what they look like. And man, they're just great at it. So I'll probably show you all some of that during the week. Otherwise, it's week 10. And then week number 11, we've got our demonstrations, which again, right now, I'm still feeling going to be some kind of defense. And then just your portfolio piece of the data visualization, and then a reflection. There'll be some reflection, right? I don't know what it'll be. Could be a video, could be just a brief narrative that you write. I don't know. But some type of reflection and some type of defense, specifically on the competencies, right? Think about how it could be like, how have you done algorithmic processing in this course? That's one of the, like 2H, I think. How have you shown algorithms and problem solving? You know, I feel like we've done a lot of that. So just start thinking about that, kind of have it going in the back of your head. Otherwise, thanks a lot, and I'll see you guys.